Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue building decks around the new legendary creatures from Aetherdrift. Leading our budget deck for this video is the one card everyone is sure will be breaking every format, Loot the Pathfinder. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Loot the Pathfinder is a 5-mana 2/4 legendary beast noble with double strike, vigilance, and haste. He also has 3 exhaust abilities. Exhaust is a new keyword from Aetherdrift. If an ability has exhaust, it means we can only activate it one time. Not once per turn, once per game. We may pay a green and tap Loot to add 3 mana of any one color, blue and tap Loot to draw 3 cards, or red and tap Loot to deal 3 damage to any target. In other words, once per game, we can cast Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, or Lightning Bolt. Remember, dear viewer, if Loot is exiled and returns to the battlefield, that means he can be exhausted again. So this will be a flicker deck. We'll also have some light Spellslinger options in the deck because I find those to be fun and interesting. Also, this deck is technically over $100 at the time of recording, but 10 of that is loot. So, not counting the commander, the deck is only $94. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is now the official partner of Wizards of the Coast, and as such, they're able to print official art on their playmats, including this gorgeous mat featuring art from Bloomborough. The card is Dawn's Truce, and as you can see, it is beautiful. This mat is surprisingly thick and much smoother than other playmats I've used before. Find out if your game store carries Ultimate Guard products, or click the link in the video description to their Amazon store. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming with my son over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Frontier Bivouac, Hinterland Harbor, Sulphur Falls, Rootbound Crag, Rimewood Falls, Volatile Fjord, Highland Forest, Tangled Islet, Molten Tributary, Wooded Ridgeline, Simic Growth Chamber, Is It Boilerworks, Gruul Turf, Scavenger Grounds, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, 8 forests, 5 islands, and 5 mountains. Not bad for a budget list. Our mana ramp consists of Peregrine Drake, Elvish Spirit Guide, Simian Spirit Guide, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Nature's Lore, Farseek, 3 Visits, Rampant Growth, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Manamorphose, Mana Geyser, Seething Song, and Brass's Bounty. Some mana rocks, some land ramp, and a few rituals. Appropriate for a deck like this. For card advantage, we've got Ranger's Refueler, Eternal Witness, Archaeomancer, Dour Port Mage, Muldrifter, Growth Spiral, Eureka Moment, Tachiova Benthic Druid, Windfall, Brainstorm, Muddle the Mixture, Urban Evolution, Explore, Loot the Key to Everything, Opt, and Big Score. A good mix of traditional card advantage, graveyard recursion, and some cantrips. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Reclamation Sage, Abrade, Counterspell, Negate, Beast Within, Chaos Warp, An Offer You Can't Refuse, Snap, Return to Nature, Commit Memory, Narset's Reversal, Naturalize, and Hullbreaker Horror. Some counterspells, some spot removal, and some shenanigans. For board wipes, we've got Blasphemous Act, Washout, and Aetherize. The core of our deck consists of Ranger's Aether Hive, Dualcaster Mage, Spark Double, Thousand Year Storm, Irenicus's Vile Duplication, and Impact Tremors. Supporting our plan, we've also got Displacer Kitten, Ghostly Flicker, Displace, Conjurer's Closet, Essence Flux, Elvish Refueler, Deadeye Navigator, Splash Portal, and Metal Door Swift Savior. Lots of ways to flicker our commander. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 53 mana sources, but between 37 lands, 15 pieces of ramp, and our commander. A little heavy, but some of our ramp pieces are rituals, so it's fine. 17 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 14 pieces of interaction, again counting our commander. 3 board wipes. 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Commit Memory, Return to Nature, and Scavenger Grounds. 1 Sudden I Win card in Deadeye Navigator. Okay, so here's how the combo works. We soul bond Deadeye Navigator to loot. We need 2 green mana for this combo to work. We pay 1 green mana to activate loot's first exhaust ability to add 3 blue mana to our mana pool. We then pay 2 of that blue mana to activate Deadeye Navigator, exiling it and loot, then returning it to the battlefield, leaving us with a floating blue mana. This means we can activate loot again with our original green mana. We activate loot again, this time giving us green mana. We use 1 of our green mana and our remaining blue mana to activate Deadeye Navigator, flickering them both. We now have 2 green mana and a new instance of loot. We then add blue mana. We go back and forth, alternating between green and blue mana until we have about 1,000 mana of each saved up. Then we start inserting red mana into the rotation. Once we have enough mana saved up, we use loot to lightning bolt everyone to death, flickering him with Deadeye Navigator between each instance with our saved up blue and green mana. Of course, that's not the only way we can win with this deck. We have lots of ways to flicker loot, and since we can tap him for mana or to draw cards, we can reliably dig through our deck or cast our spells. Our counter magic is here to keep our opponents from interfering with our combos, and the fact that most of our deck is instants and sorceries means we can have some very fun turns with Thousand Year Storm on board. One of my favorite ways to win a game of Commander is Thousand Year Storm combined with Manamorphose and Narset's Reversal. It's not quite infinite mana, but it is a lot, and should allow us to dig through our deck to find Deadeye Navigator and win the game. Are you building a Loot the Pathfinder deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits at gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgie, Neswin, Conga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, William, Pye, Kazaris, Booksu, Patrick, Naffy, Noodle, Tiz, Art, Richard, Devin, Sint, Boomy, Freya, Jackie, and Finn. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.